7 games were played in the NBA on Monday. At the Amway Center in Florida, Boston Celtics' 9-game win streak came to an end with a 113-98 loss to Orlando Magic. Let's take these highlights.
Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics down in Orlando taking on the Magic. Jonathan Isaac playing in a game for the first time since 2020. And he's back in the first quarter and in action. How's he looking? Well, this is pretty good. A little fadeaway jumper for his first bucket back. And his parents just loving every minute of it as the Magic go up 15-8. Second quarter, Bol with the big block on Jaylen Brown. Then Franz Wagner alley-oops it up to, how about this, Cole Anthony, who throws it down the point guard with the business end stuff on the alley-oop. And it's 40-29, Orlando in front. Later in the second quarter, it's Jason Tatum making a nice move to go baseline and scores on the tough layup. And all of a sudden, Boston within one. Then Jaylen Brown pulls up and hits the mid-range jumper. And Boston's taking the lead, but Orlando had the edge by one at the half. In the third quarter, it's the two guys drafted at the top of 2017 going head-to-head. Markelle Fultz blocks Jason Tatum. Then Markelle Fultz throws it down. Fultz just so strong and so athletic with the jam there. And Orlando looking terrific at this point. Jonathan Isaac now getting the steal, and he finds Paolo Banchero. And Banchero gets the slam. Orlando up by 13 points at this point. Into the fourth, Boston trying to make a move. Jason Tatum knocks down a three after a mad scramble for the ball. Then Derek White hits the jumper and draws the foul. He'd make the free throw as well. 95-92, Orlando's lead down to 3. But Banchero finds Wendell Carter Jr., and he goes up and gets the stuff. And how about Orlando ending Boston's win streak comfortably? Your final score in this one, 113-98.
Despite the loss, the Celtics still own the best record in the league, 35 wins and 13 losses. George, Celtics still top of the East, but of course they can't get by the Orlando Magic. It's as if, the Orlando Magic has cracked that code that they beat up the Celtics.
I mean, defeats like this, the coach, especially the head coach, will not mind because it just allows the players to reset. Their goal is not to win every game in the regular season. Their goal is to get to the playoffs. I mean, when you have a team as powerful as the Celtics is, and you have the resources that are at the Celtics' disposal, and you are playing as well as they have been since the start of the season, you say to yourself, okay, let's go through the regular season as strong as we can to get home advantage in the first round of the playoffs at least, and then take it from there. So the objective is to get to those playoffs. Like most of it, well, like every team wants, everybody wants to get there. Not everybody has the ability to get there. The Celtics, I mean, if they play no more basketball for the rest of the season seriously and buy bottles of milk and drink it, they'll get to the playoffs. But they've been so good that they will get there and get there in good standing. And a defeat like this just gives the coach a natural point of reset. And I'm sure they'll be right as rain for the next game. And even if they lose the next game, it will not be an issue. I haven't seen two other teams in the NBA this season better than the Celtics over the course of the regular season. But we all know no trophies are handed out in this phase of the NBA campaign.
Exactly. It's too early to talk about winners and trophies. Orlando Magic stayed from bottom of the table. A bit of exciting players on their roster. And, of course, what stood out for me in their win is the speed of the players.
Yeah. Well, look, when you have the big teams coming into town, and especially coming in on a sequence of wins, unbroken sequence of wins, the underdog team is always motivated to go and get them because to say you beat we ended the Celtics win streak at 9 is a huge badge of honor. It's a huge fillip for, well, it's a bragging point for the Magic is the point I'm trying to make. But they'll meet a team in their next game, a team with a similar record to them, and they'll struggle because of motivation. When a team at this stage, because we've passed the halfway mark in the NBA, when a team like the Magic is as down in the doldrums as they are, motivation is a hard thing for a coach to get his players to go out and play with, but motivation is not a difficult thing for a coach to get his team to go and play with if the team that comes to play you is a high-profile team.
Yeah, well, the Celtics' main rival in the East, Milwaukee Bucks, were also victorious on Monday. They got by Detroit Pistons 151-30, but more importantly, their star player Giannis Antetokounmpo returned to action after missing 5 games due to a knee injury. Giannis scored 20 in the first quarter, eventually finishing with 29 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists in just 27 minutes. The Bucks certainly need him fit if they are to dethrone the Celtics as champions of the East.
Yeah, it's just like saying Giannis' importance to the Bucks. It's just like saying you need sun to be an important part of the whole cycle of plant life. I mean, it goes without saying, you know, the sky is blue is a truism. Giannis, without Giannis, the Bucks are rubbish, is also a truism. Himself and Chris Middleton, they have to keep them fit. Together, this team can repeat its championship run of 2 seasons ago? With one gone, especially Giannis, no chance. With Middleton gone, no chance. With Giannis gone, absolutely no chance. So they know what they have to do.
Yeah, and what was pleasing to see is both players at the same time, because the last time Chris Middleton had played was December 15. So to see him coming back on the court, and I was looking at the post-match interviews, it's something that I love to do. I enjoy watching the players talk to the reporters. And George, the love that Chris was getting from the teammates, like you could tell they were so happy to have him back. Like he was doing the interview, they would like, you know, come into the interview frame, of course, like touch him, you know, just give him a hug, you know, a lot of friendly camaraderie being shown, and it just shows us to why this team has done well. Yeah,
I mean, he's their sharpshooter. He is the alternative to Giannis. Nights when the Greek Freak isn't quite getting the buckets to drop, getting the shots to drop, getting the buckets, and Chris just starts shooting the lights out in the arena. He's going to be vitally important to any success that they may have this season.
Yeah, and what's key to note is offensively, the Bucks didn't start so well, but now with their key players back on court, you know, I'm expecting all the stats that weren't adding up for them to, of course, improve.
Quite so.
All right, well, the other results on the night, so we had the Bucks winning, as we told you. The Magic with that win, the Bulls, the Rockets, Jazz, Trailblazers, and the Kings all walking away with some brilliant wins. All right, let's take a break.